Hmm.
I would like to move on forward and look for an advantageous place, a place where I could get a good view of the surroundings and where I think the ambassador might have been led to in this. I'm assuming this is an ambush to the embassy.
It seems to be that way with your battle-trained eyes. Though as you follow the trail of blood and try to go towards the side garden, you see that what you think would be the receiving room, the furniture has been toppled aside. To that very end, there is a door that is slightly open ajar.
Okay, I would like to cautiously open the door and peer on the other side if there are any threats while looking for the ambassador.
As you peer the door open, the painting on the wall, a scenic view of the Vindian countryside, has been slashed into half. Books littered on the ground, and just where a carpet, pristine, imported, finely made, would have been a hospitable welcome for dignitaries, lies the bleeding body of Ambassador Augustus.
Ambassador, how can I help you? You're bleeding.
He tries to speak, but he is choking in his blood.
No, it's not too late now, is it? We must find a way out of here.
Brother, you feel a jolt at your back as Kaisen pushes you aside. Brother, meaning of his... Who attacked you? Brother, it's okay. What do I do? Tyndale!
I shall arrange for a carriage.
We
my
must...
lord.
Indeed. Go ahead. No, just... It's too late for me. Listen carefully. Please. And Tyndale, as you reach towards the end of the room, trying to fulfill your Lord's command, you turn back. It is hard to make what they're trying to say from this distance. Kaisen's brow is now furrowing. He seems disturbed. The once golden hair of the ambassador is now caked with his life being drained out of him. And then you hear him say, Kaisen, promise me, Kaisen, on your life. I will, brother. There's a stillness. A beat. Kaisen stands up and says, Tyndale, that would not be necessary anymore.
Surely, my lord.
My brother is no longer of this world. You then hear Faber join the scene and says, Oh, Miriam's light, and does a religious gesture. Prince, What shall we do? Kaisen takes the sword from Augustus' now cold body. He looks at you three and says, "Burn. Burn this place. Leave no trace of anything that has happened here, including the bodies."
But my lord, the embassy, surely, as you command. And,
My brother is dead, and Vindi will pay. There is no more time to grieve, gentlemen. Only vengeance. You all to watch as he, with an stare that he could only see, walks out. And 30 years into the future, where blood has long ceased and is only in the memory of plains and rivers that cannot speak, lies Lavine. It is a momentous day filled with excitement, potential, and perhaps intrigue. At the quadrangle of the castle at the capital of Messi stands in pristine uniform the head of the palace guard, observing his men doing their drills. Jax, could you please describe to us your character?
So Jax is standing in the quadrangle with he's standing tall and proud, watching his men, giving orders to do drills, to spar, to train them. And then he suddenly feels a little bit of pain from his left shoulder, but tries not to not to react while feeling this slight pain. And then he continues to watch the men.
All right. As you try to swallow that winds from that shoulder wound on the corner of your eye, you see your second in command, Lieutenant Darius, stride forward. "Captain Jax," he gives you a nod. "Report from the eastern and western gate."
Lieutenant Darius. And then I receive the report. Jack says, "Is everything okay?"
"Well, as you have instructed, we have tightened our security in preparation for the soiree this evening. Some rioters, protests from Afnadan regarding the famine and the response of the king, or lack thereof, as they would say. We have informed the men to keep watch on that. We have also did a quick perimeter of the residences for the upcoming guests for tonight."
All right. Get some, if there are spare men who have not been assigned, get them and place them in the areas where the protests would be, so we could double our security.
Certainly, that can be arranged. Uh, is there anything else that we can do? As of the moment, there would be an entertainment expected. They will be expected right around noon, past noon, to arrive. The monkey tail troupe. There will also be the usual court ladies and men,
All right.
and then you see him
Um.
trail off a bit.
Okay. Jax, upon hearing the report, Jax decides to go to the gate where the entertainers and the other carriages would enter to check.
All right. So it is not quite far from the training grounds. You see that for the staff, the caterers, the entertainers, they are passing through the western gate. So how this works is the castle is like a moat, where it is a moat, and then the main guests enter through the central gate. On the west is the staff. There is a eastern entrance, though that is lesser known by the public.
Um, Jax will try to check on the western gate first to see if security is good, and then if not, he'll try to go to the eastern gate.
All right. As you do, you see that your men salute. You see that everything seems to be in order. And through this will be the first roll of our game. You may choose to roll savvy, and as a soldier, you have an expertise in martial arts. You can roll 2d20 on this. If you also wish to ask them directly, you can opt to go for strategy.
I will. I will roll for savvy.
Okay. Please roll me 2d20 and take the lower number.
Sorry. Where do I roll for playtest? Play.
There is role play, yes.
Wait. Hold on. Okay, roleplay. So that's 2d20. Am I right? Sorry.
Yes, 2d20. The lower the number, the better. Okay, so that is a 12.
I fail.
All right. Would you like to do a risky pivot? Or no?
Oh my god.
Do note you can accept the failure. You don't have to do the risky
I
pivot.
will. I will accept the
it.
failure. I will.
Alright, so you will now try to roll for Grace. Please roll me Grace.
Oh wait.
And
So 2 rolls, or is this for risky pivot? Sorry.
so this is now for risky pivot.
I will not use risky pivot. I will just.
Okay.
Oh wait, if it fails, you may choose to roll opposite. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna roll risky pivot. I'm just gonna go with the failure.
All right. And so you'll check the western gate. Everything seems to be in order. As you make your way to the eastern gate, Darius walks a step behind you and says, Jax, quite a lot of appetites tonight, huh? Any information or anything you've heard from the grapevine about that? You know, for security reasons.
What do you mean by that?
He gives you a look. I'm just doing my job, you know? You'll never know what will happen. Seems like it's in the air. Crisp, warm, open for change.
GM question: Are they hidden, or like, are other people within the vicinity that could see them?
Right now, you see that there are some servants trailing back and forth. This preparations is, quite heightened. It is the D-Day, but none so far within an earshot. There is a group of trees, a bit of shrubbery at the side on the way to the lesser-known Eastern Gate.
All right. Jax approaches Darius walks up to Darius on the side, and then whispers to Darius, so only that he could hear. And Jax says, "You know we are closely watching you, and if whatever you're planning, if there's something that we will know, and you know that 5 years ago, I saved you. I saved you from getting killed. So don't waste that."
You see that, actually. Go ahead and give me a savvy check. This will be inside.
Oh my gosh. So much rolls. 2d6 or just normal na 1?
Just normal, my friend. Just 1d20.
Sorry, not d6, 1d20 pala. Sorry.
Yes. No worries.
I rolled a 7, so I succeed.
Indeed. You see that he looks you straight in the eye. There is not a hint of regret, but there's a sense of protectiveness. Protectiveness towards you. And Darius says, "I am aware, Jax. And I know that I am only here because of your presence. I know trust is not a currency, and it's scarce in our world. But you just have to... I've tried many times to show that I am on your side. I guess time will tell." And as you see that Darius takes a deep breath, he seems to look past you and does a quick bow and says, "Lord August Yamont, pleasure. And Renz, could you please describe to us your character?"
You see August is a bit lanky in his frame. His hair is a bit scruffy. He lets it grow out. He is wearing the court's standard attire for advisor. His hands is behind his back, regarding the greeting, and says, "Yes, hello. Good morning to you. How fare this day?"
Jax, you turn and you see that Lord Beaumont, advisor to King Kaisen, has greeted you both.
Jax looks at August, and then he does a slight nod, and he greets him, "Sir Beaumont, good day."
Oh, good day, Jax. I hope there's not been a lot of trouble.
No
None,
trouble
sir.
here.
Good. That's good. I'm happy to see you both here.
Yes, sir. Well, Lord, I was just giving a report to Sir, Captain, and you see he's a bit frazzled, Captain Jax about the Afnadan protests. We have managed to cordon them aside, and we have established more troops regarding that to ensure that there will be no untoward incidents from the outside. We are also currently doing a perimeter check.
Oh, I find that very satisfying that these wretched Afnadans are held back. And August smirks. The land will fare better without their petty interruptions.
You see that Darius's eyes widen and say, "Oh, I did not know." Well, well, certainly, that is expected, and in fact, the right perspective as what the King Kaisan would have wanted.
Of course. The king's word is gospel. Am I right?
Yes, my lord.
My lord. They're still with the formalities. Call me August.
Dax gives a nod.
August announces.
Just then, you see Jax, one of the squires, Ren, runs towards you and bows to you both and much lower to Lord Beaumont and says, "Captain Jax, Lord Beaumont, word from the king, you have been summoned for a meeting at this very moment."
Thank you, Ren. Lord Beaumont. Oh, sorry, August. Shall we proceed to the meeting?
Oh, with haste. You know, the king doesn't like to wait.
And then Jax
And-
looks at Darius and gives a look that says gives the vibes of you like try to patrol and handle the things around the quadrangle as they go.
Darius nods and says, "Certainly, Captain Jax, that will be arranged. I shall take care of the rest." As you leave, the crisp morning air brings about change, and the breeze we follow petal fall down from a cherry blossom tree down to the steps wherein Princess Katerina, the youngest of King Kaisan, walks past with her court ladies. And just behind her, around 2 steps, Aiza, could you please describe to us your character?
So Marianne, Audie, initially likes to be called Ian, especially with people closer. Most especially Princess Katerina, who she's walking close by. She has, I would say, her main characteristics would be her good posture. The first thing you'd see about her is how well she upholds herself. And yeah, she's just getting along with Princess Katerina at the moment.
Princess Katerina turns towards you. She is wearing a blush of light pink, body hugging dress, her golden locks into a braid. She turns to you and says, "Well, nothing, not a great way to start the day, but a fine walk. Isn't it that right, Ian?"
Well, definitely, Princess Katerina. However, may I ask, what has gotten you in such a bad mood today?
Oh, am I that obvious? you, you, and then she whispers, so only the both of you can hear. You do know me well. uh,
I've
Well-
been with you for as long as I can remember, Katerina.
indeed you have. You have seen me through my growth spurts and my acne and the perils of teenage life. I suppose I am thinking about family, bonds. Did you have siblings, Ian?
Oh, siblings. Oh.
Oh, sorry. I hope I was not too forward.
No matter for this, Katerina. Unfortunately, I'm an only child. Yes, I'm an only child.
I see. Well, I cannot relate, but sometimes I wish I was. Would be nice to have everyone's attention, you know. But, you are good company. Well, I must admit, the scenic scene quite choking. I am in the mood for art and painting. Shall we? And she walks towards the gallery where the royal collection of art through the centuries that House Reinhardt has ruled these lands are collected. Marian, could you please give me grace or savvy as you enter this royal gallery?
Grace or savvy? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'll go for savvy.
All right.
Okay, that's a pass.
Okay. So right now you are what is known as the main court. So the main court of the galleries would, you say, the showy pieces wherein dignitaries would be presented here, and these are the masters of Lavian. So there's portraits of the ancestors, scenic pastoral scenes of Lavian. You see there's a bit of a movement in the artist scene of this continent, heading towards abstraction. And there's of the corner of your eye, you see what seems to be a cocktail of green and blue. But of the further right, where Princess Katerina is heading, is the Queen's Gallery, the private collection of Katerina's mother and the late Queen Katya. This has a much more melancholic, perhaps subdued tone. You could sense that this is not the type that's often expected of a royal patron. And on the center of the Queen's Gallery is a oil painting life size of the woman herself. There's no one here, save for one lone visitor gazing above it. Lakan, please tell us what Tyndale looks like right now as he stares at the painting of his late queen.
So, what once was initially a wavy black hair has now gone silvery gray. You can see on Tyndale that he still carries himself like a martial man. Like he still has the posture, broad shoulders. But age has bent his back a bit forward. He is now in his mid to late 50s, of the same age as the king. And his brow has now has a permanent furrow to it, as if he's always contemplating something. But as he stares up at the image of the queen, he does have a wistful gaze, and he has his back turned to the hallway, seemingly lost in thought.
It is less that you see, but you sense the presence of another standing next to you on your right. Beautiful, isn't she? You look and you see Princess Katerina. Her gaze is quiet, pensive.
She always was, my lady. Dare I say that you take after her quite a bit? You've,
Really?
I'd say so. You have her eyes.
Which part? Oh. She looks at Katya's eyes. Pale violet. I was told that this painter has not depicted my mother's eyes as it was in life. I do not know or remember as much. It is always a joy to hear from your anecdotes, Tyndale.
I would say it would be quite the challenge for an artist to put to canvas your mother's eyes, for she has a way of piercing through you with a gaze, as if to the very core of your being, but always warm. And I'm beginning to sense you have the same way of regarding your subjects and the people around you.
You're very kind, Lord Tyndale. I worry about doing my duty as what is expected of me. I confess I am at a loss.
Ah, yes. We all have our duties to bear for the kingdom. I suppose when we are lost in our current moment, we can look to our past, our predecessors, and see what history can teach us. And maybe that will be enough to guide us in our decisions.
You are wise, as always, Lord Tyndale. I could see why Father has kept you around after all these years. You certainly have a way with words. I confess, I am not the best student when it comes to these things. Oh, Marian, I'm sorry. I was lost in the conversation. Please come in. Join us. And
Ian
you see Marianne that
does a curtsy, just a little nod to Tyndale, Sir Tyndale, and she looks at Princess Caterina. Well, how is the gallery, Princess?
well, I I don't go here as often as I probably should. I don't know, I don't remember much about the woman, but sometimes I feel her weight, you know. Not sure if it's a welcomed one always.
Well, I'm sure if you have a bit more conversation with Sir Tyndale over here, you'd get to know a bit more about the late queen, no?
Well, he has so far been very generous with indulging me over the years. Isn't that right, Lord Tyndale? I hope I did not drive you away with my many questions.
Oh, no, of course. I enjoy our tutoring sessions over the years, and of course, you've yourself shown to be quite the promising student of history. I must apologize. I do have to step away for now and see to the proceedings. And my lady,
Oh, yes,
I shall see you downstairs.
certainly. Yes, yes, please do not stall on my regard. And you have a sense to these things, Lord Tyndale. As you excuse yourself, you see at the corner of your eye one of your many courtiers working under your command step forward and says, Lord Tyndale, the king has requested an meeting at his study.
Ah, yes.
It is of
Suppose
utmost urgency.
it is.
Yes.
Go on, lead me.
All right. And as you leave the Queen's Gallery, it is only you, Ian, and the princess staring at this painting of her late mother, while the rest of the court ladies have kept a respectful distance. After a peaceful quiet, she looks at you and says, You know, Ian, I am to be wed. My father, in one of his rare gestures of fatherly affection, has visited my residence and sought to tell me the news myself.
Oh my. Well, please do tell me, Princess, is there prospects already, or?
I do know that this is going to be a Zin. I believe some call him Conqueror, the fist of where the nomadic tribes of Baldaz unite. I do not know if Conqueror is a better husband than wayward and disloyal prince.
How do you feel, Princess?
She
Truly.
looks at her mother's painting. Did you know? My mother and father, as most marriages are in our world, was fortuitous, arranged. I know that Lord Tyndale is right. I am following her footsteps. And yet, there is a part of me that wishes there could be another way, you know? There is one more thing. I know you have served me faithfully over these years, and the personal sacrifice that you have to stay away from your family. With my current arrangement, and as expected of a woman of my station, I must leave my home and follow his household. I can no longer sustain the agreement. I'm so sorry. I know that is the price that you've paid for being here.
Well, all is well, Princess. All is well. I believe that all of this is coming with its purpose. However, Princess, you are very smart, and you have your wits. If you truly do not wish to go with this marriage, well, I'm always here to support you.
You are very kind, Lady Ian. I hope that I have the same strength and resilience as you and have what Lord Tyndale has said. And she moves towards the next painting, and for the rest of the morning, you look at the art gallery in comfortable silence. The morning breeze then takes us outside of the palace walls to a tavern where a hallway, or rather the entire tavern, was rented out for entertainers. Oops, wrong music. Where entertainers are residing. And as you see that the caravan from all across Lavine has come here.
Hello.
And here at the center, practicing their routine, is the Monkey Tail Troop. Rafi and Alaska, could you please describe to us your characters?
Ooh. Frisha, go ahead.
Oh, okay. So Frisha is has red hair. He's standing on stage, but he seems a bit nervous. He opens his mouth and tries a few lines of jokes, but ends up shaking his head and clutching it in his hands before pacing back and forth. No, this isn't right. This isn't right.
And right behind him pops up a young man around in his 20s, dark brown hair flowing through that morning breeze, immaculate jawline, chestnut eyes. um, and he's juggling a couple of balls. Whoops! Oh my! Ah! And then I bump into Frisha as she says that. Whoops! Frisha, I'm so sorry. I put my hands on his shoulders, and I get shy, and then I turn around. I'm sorry. I'm doubly sorry.
No need to be sorry, Lysander. We all know after seeing you walk that way, how's practicing your little performance there?
I've never gotten used to handling balls. I think I'm better with the sticks. And then I pull out a couple of what in our world look like like a bow staff. But then I'm spinning it around in my hands. See? Look, I'm getting quite good at it. And then I'm twirling it around and I'm twinking around. I'm spinning around and yeah, my hair just looks so great in this moment.
Yeah, well, while you're having fun and Trisha goes to lean against the wall, hands in his pockets, now having abandoned practicing his lines. I see that you're having fun. Good for you. But have any ideas on what we're going to do about our duo work?
Yeah, I have a couple of ideas, and then I meet Frisha in the eyes, and then I notice his red hair, and I drop my staff, and then I turn back around. Maybe we can talk about it another time.
Hey, you alright? You seem more nervous than I am.
Why? Of course, we're headed to the kingdom of what's it face, and meeting King Cancun, and I don't know. I've never been in another court before. I mean, what about your practice, Frisha? How's it going?
Well, I think I'm hiding it better than you too, Fish. Lysander, I am currently out of ideas. I don't know what to do in this court. But the reputation of the troop relies on this, and I am sorely, to put it kindly, fucked.
As
Whoa.
you say that, you hear the rest of the members of your troop scramble to stand up and clean their mess as you hear the telltale sign of the stilettos of your madame, the circus ringer of this sorry bunch of entertainers, Madame Maria Amo. Move forward. She looks at you all with a critical eye and says, "You baboons! Is this the best that the monkey-tailed troop has to offer? This lip-sing, this act of how you are going to embarrass us all." All right. So, there has been some changes. I have received word from the palace. We will have to mix up your routines. So instead of an hour of waltzing at 9 p.m., this will be moved much earlier, and she gives basically a rundown of everyone's routines and how they have been changed. And then afterwards, she says, "As for you two," she gives each of you a look. Freysha and Lysander, could you please both roll me a savvy?
Why, of course, madame. 10. Which means a looking at my character sheet. Savvy, 8. So I win.
Alright. Okay. What about for Freysha? What did Freysha get?
I got a
Oh!
perfect 20.
Oh no.
My friends,
Not a good
here's our first plot intrigue thickens roll. So no. With a 20, with a nat 20, we will honor that intrigue. Yes, yes, my friends. So let us first start with the intrigue. You see that as for you two, there has been a special request from the delegation from Uva Javer. A performance, perhaps, of the relations between Lavin and Uva Javer through the years. I know that you both, and he regards you, and she gives you a look, Lysander, and says, "No, Uva Javer well. This is slated to be at the part where after the dining, there would be a introduction of the delegation and the performance. I was told that you have the creative freedom. It is slated to be at 9:30 p.m. So what's happening is 8 to 9 will probably be dinner, a bit of dancing, and then your other troop members will do the thing, and then it's going to be you two. So I will give you some time to think about what you want. Give me 3 things, and then after I deal with the sorry lot, I'll come back to you, and then you let me know. All right? She gives you a nod, and she leaves.
Will do, madam.
Yes, madam.
As she grows, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Frisha, what are we doing? I move up to Frisha and I get up too close and then I blush a bit. I mean, what are you thinking of doing together at 9:30?
Together.
Oh, but there's quite some time before that.
Ooh. You can see that Felicia stiffened up. Is much more tense than usual. But he tries to shake it off by leaning against another wall. Basically, walked and leaned against a different wall and put his hands in his pockets and said, "Well, I don't know about you, my friend, but we are screwed."
Frisha, you're playing it so cool. And I regard Frisha just leaning against all the walls. I go like, thank you. Your coolness has rubbed off on me. What should we do? I'm only good at one thing.
Well, what about remember that time we did music and jokes together? But it would it send
No.
a message if we made if we made
Frisha.
Levine and Uva Javer relations a joke. I think that would send quite a message right there.
Are you sure you want to do the things we did at that time? I mean,
Lysander,
it's up to you, but
we could try something different if we have anything in mind.
look, as I said, I'm only good with my mouth, but we did that comedy and music thing, right? Which part would you like to do?
You're pretty good with your hands, so you're good with the lute, right?
Oh my, the lute. I play the lute like a fiddle, Frisha.
Well, we can work with that.
Oh, I I'm excited to get to work with you again. I'm sorry I'm so nervous. And I'm trying to avoid Frisha's
You both-
Frisha's intense gaze.
You both see that Madame Amoy is slowly making her way back to you guys. She's quite a demanding mistress. She might need more than just a type of act.
Oh, ma'am, I thought we'd had more time.
She isn't there yet, but she's getting close.
Frisha, she's gonna ask for 3 things. We only have like hands, mouth. What's the 3rd thing?
Let's get ourselves some more time. And Frisha grabs Lysander by the hand and takes him outside.
All right, you go
Lysander
outside of the
blushes.
tavern. And
Quite heavily.
Tell me, Prisha, where are you dragging Lysander?
Frisha drags Lysander through the back. I'm guessing this is tavern, right? So
Yes,
basically,
rented the
Frisha,
entire place.
yeah. So Frisha just nonchalantly drags Lysander behind a pile of crates. And says, "Okay, the madam won't find us here in 3 minutes. We have more time."
Oh God. What shall we do in these 3 minutes? I do this gesture.
Well, why, of course, we're going to plan what we're going to act. What else were you thinking?
Oh, I'm so sorry. You brought up the time we performed at that wedding, and wait. On a serious note, yes, let's figure this out. Yes, I think. Wouldn't it be interesting if we wrote this comedic thing that perhaps insults both kingdoms?
I'm good at insulting Uvo Jabber and Ravine. So that works.
Yeah, I know we're both from there, but I wish I could have met you earlier, back in college. Why didn't I see you at school?
Who knows? Maybe we saw each other but didn't think much about it.
Okay,
So
we have 2 minutes.
let's think of. Oh God, let's think. So we basically insult both. God, we insult both kingdoms. Certainly not going to be a scandal, and we won't be kicked out. We will. Do you think we should sing songs about to sort of lessen the wounding that we're going to do? Do you think we should sing songs about both kingdoms as well? I heard there's this epic ballad about this warrior.
Oh, are you speaking of Jax the Destroyer?
That's his name? I know. That's his name? Really?
I have no
Who
idea.
names their child Jax the Destroyer?
Oh, I'm not from this country. We both aren't. Who knows what freaky things they name their kids over here?
Alright.
I think it went like
We've got
Jax the Destroyer slayed all the men. Their
And-
heads were full of blood. Again.
okay.
Our madame should be okay with that, right? Comedy, music, and songs?
How about we have tragedy in the form of insults, epicness in the epic, and Prisha leans against the back wall of the tavern and says, "How about we?"
Okay,
How about
Humphrey, you
insert-
are in crates. You have dragged each other into crates and you are leaning against one. Could you please roll me brawn to make sure you maintain your composure as you, because crates can topple down.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ooh. Let's see. Hey, I survived.
Okay. You try to lean back. The crates they're filled with wine and produce of this tavern. You feel yourself slip, but you manage to hold your ground, and you meet Lysander in the eye. As you both share this moment, you hear the back door open, and Madama Mo look at you both and says, "Well, so you're both here, okay? Well,
Yes, ma'am.
I bet
Sorry. I move behind Frisha.
Well, anything you want to explain? Gorillas? What have you come up with?
Yes, madam. As Frisha leans back against Lysander.
We lean
Yes,
back against
ma'am.
each other.
Funny look.
We, as a duo act, we decided we're going to go for tragedy, for the opening act, and then for the second part, we're going to lean it back a bit with some comedy, or epicness, as it were. And then I was going to suggest adding a bit of romance to sort of sweeten the deal.
All right. Well, tragedy could certainly get a lot of inspiration from Uva Javer's recent civil war situation. Comedy, well, a comedy of errors, a comedy of circumstances. Romance, well, we all know about the failed arrangement between Prince Candon, Misavor, and Princess Katarina. But perhaps I have also received word that it's not too late for the young princess. By the end of this night, there might be a potential match for her. Though the palace is quite hush-hush regarding the details. So far, you have all the details in order. I expect that as citizens of Uvajaver, you can fill in the rest of the factual details and adjust your creative liberties.
Understood,
And
madam.
then-
We shall try our best.
Thank you, madam. And you can see that Frisha is definitely putting his hands in his pockets once more and turn to Lysander. Lysander, I hope it's all right with you. I was going to suggest a sort of romance in order to make the insults less painful. I hope I didn't step on any toes.
No, of course not. In fact, wouldn't it be interesting if you played Prince Candon and I could maybe play Prince Katerina for that final act?
I will say, and then you see that Madame Amo gently interrupts, that the princess will certainly not be engaged with that runaway prince, Scandon. He, as far as everyone has known, has disappeared when his family has fell out of favor. There is a potential possibility that it would be with Tezin, the young conqueror. So you can keep that in mind. Though you know what they say. Fiction ain't far from the truth. I'll leave you both to it. It sounds like you both have an excellent plan. And she chuckles to herself and walks away.
Maybe Lysander does something to Frisha like the intent is to like Frisha, do you remember I cross my arms and I start pacing around Frisha or back and forth because Frisha is leaning against a wall or a crate. Frisha, do you remember back in our college they definitely encouraged causing chaos. What's the spiciest thing we could talk about with this engagement? How do you feel about Princess Katerina?
I myself don't know the princess that well. But I've heard she is the kindest ones out of the three siblings. But as for the engagement, I heard that Prince Candon married after rejecting Katerina. So, if we could play that off as a little joke, saying that, ooh, this prince rejected this catch.
Well, there must be a
What do
reason.
you think, Liza?
I haven't met Princess Katerina either. I cover my mouth. Well, look, I think you're right. I was just taught to add spice all my life. Now I'm at a loss for words. Perhaps after we meet the princess, we can decide whether to... Of course, if she's as kind as you say, Frisha, I wouldn't want to insult her. In fact, if we can find
May
a
I
way...
remind you?
Oh, mhm.
Sorry, may I remind you both, as jesters, you do have the courtly gossip expertise. So if you wish to use that, you certainly can. You could also try to come up with, if you've heard, if you could remember your history from your time in Uva Javer, any sort of material that might help you tell the story more faithfully.
All right. Yeah, I think since we both have that, what do you think, Frisha? I am thinking I want to support good nobility, if that makes sense. Especially,
Well,
remember all the mess back in our homeland. I wouldn't want the same to happen to this kingdom. If she's a good princess, then it's our small way of, suggesting. I get. Sorry, go on, Frisha. I've lost my train of thought.
I'm sorry. I was about to say while Lysander was talking, Risha, although still standing, leaning against the crates and his hands in his pockets, he has this sort of pensive look, as if remembering the past.
Okay. In that case, Prisha, could you please roll instinct? And Lysander, please roll me savvy.
Okay.
So this is a contest roll.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Haha, nat
I mean,
20. Sorry. Amazing.
who rolled
I
an,
succeed,
who
by
rolled
the
a
way.
20?
I succeed, by the way.
Oh, oops. Wait, what? Oh, that's a. So, you rolled an 11 for Frisha. What did you roll? Did you actually roll a nat 20?
Yeah, a physical dice. It's a nat 20.
Oh my gosh. You succeed, right? Okay. So, Frisha, you managed to keep your cool and your calm. It's a long way from home. You have found ways to survive in this moment. As for Lysander, with that nat 20, you remain oblivious uh, to this moment. As far as you are concerned, everything is under control and you have the best foot forward. But at the corner of your eye, in this alleyway you somehow manage have not to leave, you do see the carriage with Uva Javer's flag flutter by as it heads up towards the castle. As you try to squint your eyes, the window of one of the carriages is open. You see there is an older woman around her mid 60s looking up. She meets your gaze. Her amber eyes blink. You could swear there is a look of recognition, but the carriage is too fast, and the moment fades away. We now follow the carriage as it makes its way up. The birds flutter their wings across them, past them, and there is one particular curious magpie who separates from the group and decides that there is a particular ledge that could be quite interesting in this morn. It is now fast approaching noon, and yet as this magpie finds a refuge in one of the window sills of this grand castle, August, Jax, and Tyndale, you all meet in front of the king's study. The guards each bow to you in recognition and gesture towards you, where there are seats prepared for you to take. At the top, at the very end, is the king's seat, and then there are 5 each for the advisors. Jax, in meetings such as these, you are expected to stand at the end of the room where the royal court scribe sits. This royal scribe is new. She stands up and she bows before taking her seat.
I I greet all of the I greet the scribe, give her a nod, and say and greet her with milady. And then Jax proceeds to just like, finds a good spot where he can look at like the room well, see everyone, and also the spot where he's gonna choose is also like a good spot for security purposes.
Indeed. Right now, it is just the three of you plus the scribe. Uh, Tyndale, August, what are you both doing? You are now in the room. The king has not yet arrived.
And Dale, my good man, how fare thee?
August, young lad, how fare thee?
Well, seems the king is up to no good again.
Yes. Well, we are ever his servants. We, as always, must just iron out the details, work out the kinks, and see where there might be opportunities that we can take advantage of for the kingdom's sake. Now, who do you suppose we should be buttering up for our king to go in for the kill, so to speak? Can I make an assessment of the room?
Certainly. You may roll me a savvy check if you want to observe anything unusual. You could also use grace if you wish to use your memory of the room. This is not your first. You've attended many meetings to remember if there's any changes to it.
Where do we
Let
roll?
me know what you want to do. You roll a d20 and let me know if you're either rolling for grace or savvy.
Let's make this a grace roll.
Okay. Please roll me then 2d20 as you are using history, your knowledge of this place, and of your duty as advisor, the pillar to the king.
So that is a 5 and an 18.
It's okay, Nat. No worries, just let us know. 5 and an 18. Okay, so with a 5, there is the obvious. The king of Levine traditionally has 5 advisors. They're known as the king's pillars. A week ago, Count Arius, the advisor of treasury and trade, has passed away due to old age. He has served the king even the queen, Agatha, the mother of King Kaisen. So he has been around much older than yourself, Tyndale. And in his absence, he has no heirs, and his department is currently conducting internal audit, which has been supervised, which is rather under the supervision of Lord Nikos, the master of the court and domestic affairs. As of the moment, the seat where Count Aureus should normally be has respectfully been empty. You walk around the room and you see that where normally the map of the known world with Levine and its territories would be, instead there is a tapestry of you recognize this as to be one of the collection from the Royal Gallery. This is a scene in Vinia. It depicts a pastoral scene of a shepherd and leading its flock to greener pastures.
Quite a curious choice of decor for today, not the customary map. Is there... who would have been in charge of the meeting for today, GM?
So traditionally, meetings like this would be supervised by Lord Nikos. He is the master of the court. Around his early 40s, you and August know him as a level-headed person, unlike others courtiers who have risen through by virtue of nepotism. He was a civil servant through and through, and it was his due diligence that has earned him the favor of the king. He has joined your ranks, still actually during the time of your father, August, back when Julius Beaumont was the advisor. But he has been quite approachable to you all.
Domestic affairs, right, for Lord Nikos?
Yes,
Is he in the room?
he is currently not in the room.
Oh no.
You, August, have more been on science and technology, the innovations of the kingdom. Your your line of work tends to have you closely work in relation with Lord Nikos. You know him as a punctual guy. It is quite unusual that he is not here. One more thing, Tyndale. There is also another seat that is empty, though it's more of custom. It is the seat reserved for Commander General Helmstead, the head of the military. As far as you all know, his last known location is in the Vindi border, where there have been receiving intelligence of some disturbances that he has personally volunteered to figure out himself.
I see the general is still away. GM, I'm an advisor to the king on what regard?
Foreign affairs.
Foreign affairs. With the general being away and the Vindian arrangements we have in front of us, I suppose there's falls within affairs that we might deal with on foreign policy. I suppose my counsel might be needed. I must refresh myself with the current information that we have on hand. August, would you kindly look into the Lord Nikos's whereabouts? We might need to gather the sentiments of the people, see what they feel about the ongoing troubles that we have with the Vindian border. And if we must, also discuss things with Count Aureus. The treasury might once again be of need of bolstering through either taxes or other manners, so that we can, while I hope this would not be the case, we might need a war treasury once more.
Certainly,
As you-
Tyndale. Sorry, I'll go.
No worries. As you say that, you hear footsteps and says, "Unfortunately, Lord Nikos would not be able to join us." You both look, and with a jolt of surprise, to see Lady Durst, one of the ladies of Princess Katarina, join the king's meeting. She looks and says, "Lord Tyndale, Captain Jax, Lord August, you are new. I believe..." "Yes, ma'am. Green Hand. Yes. I shall be attending this meeting in Lord Nikos's absence as the senior member of the inner court. It falls under protocol that I shall take his stead.
Might I inquire, Lady Durst, as to the disposition of Lord what he might be predisposed on other business?
Well, as far as I know, Lord Nikos has been missing for the past 18 hours. I have informed Lieutenant Darius, and she gives you an eye contact, Jax, about this matter. As you can understand, this requires the utmost discretion. In the meantime, I am up for the challenge. Someone needs to make sure all affairs are in order. You do know, Tyndale, before I was serving our Princess Katarina, I was the Queen's lady.
Yes, I am. As I'm sure you know, we do have quite the history. I've seen your presence in the court, and my lady, I am grateful that you are here in Lord Nikos' stead. I'm sure your experience and your connections within the court would be of great import in these matters. And I give her a nod.
Tyndale, could you please make me an savvy check?
Mhm.
Actually, Jax and Tyndale, you may do this as well. Tyndale, sorry, and August, you may do this as well.
Savvy.
Ooh, I see a 5. 16. Tyndale, I believe you're not rolling a 2d20. This is just a savvy roll. So you will just only have me rolling 1d20.
20, okay.
Okay, so 19 will be the result. If you both wish to risky pivot, you may do so.
Threaten me with a good time. Okay, I'm
Let's go. It's hitting already.
Okay.
Alright, did you do a risky
succeed.
pivot, August? Alright.
Yes, my grace is 9.
Grace.
Same.
Alright.
Wala pa rin.
Okay.
Oh no.
Wait, did you succeed? You failed, Tyndale?
Tyndale fails, yeah.
Ooh, so we will now see how you face dire consequences.
Here we go.
As you say the word history, you see that Lady Durst says.
Question, GM. Wait, so when I risky pivot, it should be the other stat, right?
Yes, it should be the other stat.
Oh no, if I meet it, does that mean that I fail?
Yes, you succeed.
I succeed. Oh, then I succeed. Yes, a 12 is a success.
Oh, okay. All right. In that case, she, in that case, Lady Durst says, indeed, history has a way of letting us humans know of things we ought to remember. You are, as always, good with your words, Lord Tyndale. And August, you notice there is a familiarity between the two. When you've became part of this court, you knew that there was a lot of things that you had to learn, things that were unspoken. Indeed, these two definitely have history. That is for sure. And a lot of things remain unsaid in their exchange. But there's no time to ponder, as the king himself, King Kaisen, waltzed in, looks at all of you, and says, I see everyone has gathered. And without saying any word, seats in front.
Your Grace, we are at your disposal.
Highness.
Indeed,
Bow.
today is the soiree. I have been told there have been many changes. And Lady Durst, I was informed you would be here on behalf of Lord Knox. Yes, he is currently indisposed. Well, what do you have to say for yourself? Well, as of now, we are expecting the Uva Javer delegation to arrive. She gives everyone a list of important names and the expected dignitaries, and she says, unfortunately, Lord Valor is unable to join us. He has a terrible case of stomach flu. Well, I've been told it's a Uva Javeran thing. They have sent his mother, Rowena Valer, and his betrothed in his stead. How is Lord Valer? Well, Lord Valer is currently recuperating. I am told he has taken residence in the embassy of Uva Javer here in the capital. As for the rest of the delegation, they have kindly accepted our invitation to reside in the palace. Excellent. Tyndale, can you give me more information about Uva Javer? What do we know of them so far?
Can I do a history check for this, GM?
Absolutely. Roll me 2d20. I believe that would be Grace. Although if you are trying to, you can also roll for strategy if you feel that is more on your what you're rooting for.
Do I sense that the conversation is more looking for opportunities within the current situation, or is this just a recap?
I will say that the king has. It is quite odd for the king to call an emergency meeting at this hour, although the event does necessitate for matters such as this. You know Kaisen to be a calculating person.
Okay. In that case, I would give him my expertise first and then allow him to draw conclusions. So I'll give him a history under Grace. So that'll be a
All right.
20.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that meets it.
All right. So you do know about the recent civil war. You were the one who arranged the marriage between Prince Scandon Misavor, well, the former Prince Misavor, and Queen, Princess Katarina. Around a year ago, that fell apart when scandal broke out that Scandon not only eloped and married this woman, but has been part of some nefarious dealings with regards to his family, and they have fallen out of favor. You also know that the house Haver has used this to their advantage. The queen at this moment is Queen Queen Hasid, and Queen Hasid has an heir. No one knows what the heir looks like, or most of her family. It is custom for the direct Havers to wear a mask prior to their debut, as you would know it. You do know that Uvajavar is also here to establish legitimacy, considering their new leadership.
I suppose their presence here, Your Majesty, shows that they are willing at least to treat with us and potentially ally with us as well, as they are seeking legitimacy. This could be an opportunity for us to strengthen our ties with them once more after the scandal that was the previous betrothal.
Indeed. And you came and delivered with this new betrothal between Tezin and Katerina. A most excellent plan. As a matter of fact, I have invited Tezin tonight. He is... I see your message, Aiza. He is a part of the honored guests. Please do note that, Lady Thirst. Certainly, Your Majesty. Now, Lord August, are there any developments with regards to the latest technology? I know that apart from Uvajavar, there are other minor courts that will be in attendance, though of no significance. Gold is gold. Influence.
Oh, we are moving steadily, progressing slowly, but again steadily. Are they moving steadily? Good.
So, right now, your department. So you know how Arcane, like Jace and Victor, that's your role, but no like arcane stuff.
Like magic.
So, but right now you are in the cusp of a new breakthrough of ammunition. With now that Afnata has been a territory of Lavine for the past 7 years, you had certainly access to resources, minerals that would allow for such power.
I keep this to myself and I just say that it is progressing steadily.
Well, which among your progress are you willing to disclose to our guests tonight?
Do I have to roll if I like suggest like a minor project?
What do you have in mind?
Oh shit. Okay.
I will say if you do, you can go for spirit. You can either go for strategy if you wish to be cunning about it, or you could go for instinct. Try to appeal to Kaisen's humanity.
Ooh, okay. Can I do savvy and maybe I just parang I try to make a paano ba? How do I say this? I want to calm his sense of curiosity about our projects, and I would like to say, parang, please be patient. Good things are on its way, but I can't say right now.
Okay. So in that case, it would be either grace or strategy. Grace because
Okay.
you're using your charm, if you're leaning towards the charm, or strategy because you are being a bit cunning, dear advisor.
Okay. Since we are in a formal meeting, I'd go with Grace.
All right. Roll me grace. Just 1d20.
Okay.
What did you roll?
The 17.
Okay, you want to risky pivot that?
Hmm. Hmm. I,
Pivot. Pivot.
okay, I fail again.
You fail again.
Yeah, it's under risky pivot.
Well, your father said you were a prodigy and to trust your process. But it seems I am quite at a short fuse when it regards to trust, as you certainly know this, Tyndale. Whatever it is that you have in your laboratory, you have to show it up. No one sits at this table unearned. Know your place.
Certainly, Your Highness. By the we're I guess for the moment August Caves, of course, this is still the king, and we're pushing a breakthrough, something that could enforce our military power.
Perhaps you have been quite distracted with regards to the Afnadan
I'm
protests.
sorry.
Captain Jax, anything with regards to that?
GM, sorry. Medyo nag-in and
No
out
worries.
yung ano ko. But like, yung context is, ask ko lang kung ano yung context ng conversation ni August and the King.
No worries. So basically, the king asked August for updates regarding the technology. August wants an extension sana. He failed both roles, nag-risky pivot siya, and so the king is putting his foot down and says na you have to, you will show something tonight. And then he also says, perhaps you have been distracted by the recent Afnadan protests, in which case he then asks you regarding updates on that.
Okay. Jax looks at the king, and he says, and gives a slight nod, says, Your Highness, the Afnadan protests are looked over. I doubled the men to guard the gates to make sure that there will be no trouble during the soiree, and everything is under control for tonight.
That is what I'd like to hear. At least one of you knows what they are doing. I have been told that this has been quite an headache. See to it that it will be done. Are there any concerns that you all would wish to raise to me while I am here?
Your Highness, I noticed that we do have an absence amongst your advisors. The general has yet to return, and I do believe we are experiencing still some troubles with the Venetian borders. I would. Do
Yes.
we? I would like to inquire if there's anything that we as your advisors could help you in deciding, perhaps if there's information to be shared that we could use as well, so that we could forward your goals within our own departments.
Tyndale, go and make me a grace with advantage.
Is that? Yes, that is a success with an 11.
All right. So, in this room, you, Lady Durst, and King Kaisen are one of the few people that actually saw it unfold 30 years ago in the event that's known as Heir's Gambit. After the death of his brother, the then now Crown Prince Kaisen has razed Vindi, which was a neighboring kingdom, to the ground. And from then on, Vindi has become the territory of Lavine. It is fertile land, green pastures, good folk. However, in the past couple of years, there has been insurgencies. They're not, Lavine is not alone in coveting such land.
Is there any amongst the guests right now that we believe may have any relation to that unrest? Or
Ooh!
was that a good guess? Okay.
With your successful history check, your savvy check, your grace check, my bad. You look through the list of names, and some names pops up. It seems familiar. The mother of Lord Valer, Rowena Valer, ni Duval. Duval is a Vindian family name. You swear you've heard the name Duval in passing, though you can't put your finger why. But the image that comes to mind is you and Kaisen got drunk, blasted drunk one day, and he said something that he may not have said in any prior occasion. Somewhere along the lines of that bastard Duval. But it's been more than 30 years. You might have to dig a little bit deeper.
So far it's myself, August, the King, Lady Durst, Jax. Who else is in the room?
August, and the scribe, who
The
has
scribe.
been taking note of everything that has been going on.
Your Highness, if I may just bring this to your attention, and then under his breath he would mention, I do notice that we have amongst our guests for the proceedings of the evening a member of the House Duval. Would this be of any concern that I should take particular notice of?
Wow. After all these years, you'd think I've taken care of it all. Yes, my advisor. There is indeed matter of great concern. I look into this woman, this Rowena. See, how long has she been as wife of this Lord Valer, the father of this current Lord Valer? Find out more about her situation. Leave us all. And he gestures you all to go out.
Mm-hmm.
GM, who will remain in the room?
As you say that, and you all shuffle forward, he then says, Jax, stay.
Yes, Your Highness.
As the rest of you, file out, we're going to take a quick 5-minute break as I need a quick bathroom break. And feel free to do your business. But before that, I'd just like a quick check-in for everybody. How's everyone?
Okay lang.
All good.
Good
This is
May.
yeah.
Are-
I've been holding.
Oh. I feel like naman, Rafi, you need to start holding back.
Oh, damn. All right.
Not
Okay.
every one of us needs to
Noted.
every
I'm
conversation.
so sorry.
need to-
I think Renzer also holding back. Oh,
Really a bad experience to
Also-
listen to my best friend of more than 10 years flirt with a character as a dirt.
let's go.
I'm just here to lean back on the walls, guys.
I love
Not for
that.
long, Prisha. Not
So
for long.
funny.
You know what, Alaska? Start leaning onto random objects. Leans on a tumbler.
I will.
Roll for Saudi.
I'll
Oh
be
god.
back.
I'll be
Feel free
if I
to
want, if I
chat
have
a bit.
to.
Okay. Thank you,
We'll
May.
start again at 10:30. Sorry, I'm just going to
Got it.
say that I'm going to do a bio break. Feel free to chat,
Okay.
decompress a bit, refill, whatever. We'll start at 10:30.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's May.
Who else is getting into character?
I can't
Kaloka
even do my
kayo.
accents. No.
Just so you know, I'm taking this seriously. We
Oh, sorry.
let me just show you.
Yeah,
how
guys, let's start taking this seriously. All right, it's being recorded. Oh
I'll take leaning back seriously as I go.
no. Okay, guys.
Yeah. This is how I'm RPing, by the way.
Wow, we feel the rain and the ruin. We feel it.
I'm feeling more of the rain, actually. You're slaying.
I had to borrow my daughter's tiara, blanket.
I love it. Getting into character. 300%.
Hello. Wow. Amazing.
point.
Naka-method.
Indel should get a free
Sige, Nat.
nat one.
No worries. Okay. Are there any questions regarding the rules and mechanics? So just a quick yes rule clarification. If you roll a nat 20 or a nat 1 with just one die, that's automatic. That comes through. But if you're rolling with 2d20, let's say you rolled a 20 and a 5, the 5 will stay because you're rolling a 2d20. Otherwise, you're gonna, see things. It ain't so bad so far.
I love that evil laugh.
True. May's iconic evil laugh, for real.
Oh, I didn't know this is iconic already. I feel very flattered.
It's
Honestly,
iconic to me.
honestly, it's so amazing that May could switch between two voices like in a snap of a finger. Like
For real.
sometimes I have to take a step back and be like, "Whoa, is this is a different person already?"
Yeah.
Yes, true. I think when we had Honey Heist, oh my god, when she was doing the villain's voice and then the evil laugh, I'm like, yes. Just yes.
Okay. All right. So, 1 minute left. Take a deep breath. Hydrate yourself. Evil mamas. Before we go
Yeah.
back into the intrigue. Okay. All right. So, last we left off, we meet our cast of characters, each playing a significant role in King Kaisen's court. We have the advisors, Tyndale and August, who had just recently attended a meeting. And after the mention of a quite familiar family name, have been driven out. However, Captain Jax, the palace guard, was asked to stay. We, on the other hand, have Marian Auden, who is the Princess Katarina's lady in waiting. And outside of the palace halls currently are our court jester duo from Uva Javer. We have Lysander Sicarion and Fresha Vakadu. They have just come up with a routine that will hopefully dazzle the crowd and perhaps improve Uva Javer Lavinian relations for better or for worse. As we go back to a night to remember, here in Lavine, it is roughly around high noon. August, Tyndale, and Lady Durst, and the scribe as well, have been all sent out. Lady Durst looks at all of you and says, "Well, that was certainly quite a reaction, wasn't it?"
That, I'd say, is the characteristic of our king. I don't suppose we have any other business to take care of besides matters.
If you may indulge me, advisor, kindly accompany me as I would very much like you to accompany me as we go on our affairs. I think something about that name could certainly jot our memory. To be quite honest, Lord Nikos has left quite a lot of a to-do list, and we need all hands on deck. August, you see that Lieutenant Darius, is beelining towards you, panting. He bows to all of you and says, "Lord August,
Yes.
Darius, news from the central gate. The delegation from Baldas. Devin has arrived and has requested for your presence. Specifically you, Lord August Beaumont.
Well,
Please, hurry.
I will. Let's go with haste. And I follow Darius.
Okay. So first, we will follow August and Darius as you both make your way towards the central gate, you see that there is a parade of horses wherein there are warriors in nomadic clothing, loose, with colorful geometric patterns, their face veiled, only that the eye can see. And then their leader at the front wearing a mask that is covering its entire face and regards you and says, Lord August, I hope I was not much of an inconvenience. I've been told here in Lavine that the early bird catches the worm.
Never think that. You seek audience with me. I'm here.
Well, I am here, and I've been told that arrangements have been made for our stay.
Oh, yes,
You are-
certainly.
Yes. Please, lead the way.
Oh, follow me then. I'm sure you'll find that you'll have the finest of accommodations here in Lavine.
I must admit this isn't the first time I've been here. Though I can't recall that much. Many things have changed. How fares the city?
Well, we're having a bit of trouble with the protests, but we're enforcing our military power. It's good. It's certainly a time. Decided to come visit.
Oh, as you're all making your way, his strides are quite fast, and you can keep up. Jax's soldiers barely manage to do so. His retinue, the veiled warriors, keep a respectful distance. You see that they have curved weapons off their side. He turns to you and says, "This is not exactly a social call, is it? But nevertheless, we will take all the opportunities that we can get." You both arrive into the designated place. It is in the eastern wing, right near the residence of the Princess Katarina and the children of the king, where other siblings be present. The photo I sent is what Tezin looks like. He turns to you both and says, "Well, please, I believe I would very much appreciate if you would join me. I think there is much we need to discuss, Lord Beaumont."
I look around. Would you say that it's a safe, if anyone's listening, or?
At the moment, it is just, well, you both are at the door of his residences. Darius has kept his respectful distance, but as you both stop and you gesture around, you see that Darius moves closer to you both, and at the same time, one of the veiled warriors, and you could see by the way the warrior holds themselves that this is probably Tezin's second in command. He looks and says, "Tezin, are you sure this is wise?" "Yes, I believe so. You are welcome to watch the door. I would very much like to have a conversation with this advisor, this Lord Beaumont, if you would allow us. Well, and then Darius looks at you expectantly. Lord Beaumont, what is it that you wish us to do? You have certainly escorted Ten's Emperor Tezen to his chambers.
On guard, but I'll take the responsibility of catching Tezen here up to speed.
Okay, certainly. We shall then keep up guard. Do you wish? Well, it is of my duty to inform Captain Jax. You both have left earlier. Do you know where he is at the moment?
Oh, Jax is currently holding at the royal meeting. I guess you can find him with Tyndale and the others.
Oh, certainly. Well, we shall update Captain Jax and Lord Tyndale regarding this development. I will leave with my men. And your men? He looks at the veiled warriors warily. They do not respond. Welcome to Lavine. And he bows and leaves. And Tezen gestures for you to lead the way. You open the door, and this is quite comfortable. This is a good wing in the palace. There is a quite plush living room where dignitaries can have a cup of tea, perhaps, or talk. There are multiple areas where, this is a proper place for someone fitting the status of Tezen to be. As one of the veiled warriors close the door, he then says, "Well, are we alone? This is your territory than mine."
I'm 100% sure that this place is safe, correct? From listening ears.
You are an advisor, and you have certainly made certain arrangements for this.
Okay, for sure. I loosen a bit. It says, "Wow, to see you in the flesh again. You look good, Tezen. Certainly better than the last time I saw you."
Well, was quite unfortunate. Second was roll of the dice. The third, I hope, is the charm. Now that we are in the presence of each other, I perhaps think that formalities we can cast aside. And he takes a seat, removes his mask, and takes out a monocle as he takes off his veil and stares at you with his one eye, his only good eye. And as he looks at you, pale violet eyes stare and say, "Well, tell me about my father." We cut to Lady Durst and Lord Tyndale. As you both walk on these hallways, you pass by the corridor of royal portraits of princess and dukes of House Reinhardt and the other noble houses of this fine country, though not as quite grand as the paintings in the gallery earlier. Lady Durst turns to you and says, "I suppose, after all these years, the king has not forgotten what has happened in Vindi."
I suppose recent events serve to remind the king of what happened 3 decades past. And until we put it to rest, I fear that that may continue to be the case.
Well, I've known you as much as I've known the late queen and the crown prince. It's interesting how many the things rather that we can do for family and love. I am an unmarried woman. I have devoted my life to the service of the royal family and to the crown, as have you, Lord Tyndale.
That is indeed the case for myself as well. It does not escape me that for either of us, I suppose our duty has become our bride and groom. We walk our solitary paths and we see to it that the kingdom is taken care of, but I pity the thought that you would be so alone after all these years.
Alone? Well, I have my birds. I have the garden. I have my Princess Katarina, who I love like a daughter, though it won't be long. You, for a man who is unwed, know more about brides and grooms. I have heard from the meeting earlier that you have played a hand in the marriages of, well, supposed to be betrothed of young Katarina. This
Yes.
cousin, what made you think that having a marriage between him and the princess would be most optimal, most fortunate?
I would say that would be due to my disposition, I suppose. I've walked with men of nobility and of lords and ladies of the court flirt with each other and fall short of their promise to weigh things with more of a political eye rather than romance. We use the scales of judgment and see to it that the land benefits and the lineage continues. I've had my time of romance, and as much as I cherished it, it is fleeting. Only legacy remains.
Legacy. Oh, advisor, may I have the permission to speak plainly?
I don't suppose why not. We've known each other for... And I never knew you for someone who...
Well then, when I entered the court, I was but a youngling to Lady Kaita, a foreign lady, though certainly Lavinian in her roots, as someone who is not of the tides and flows. She has been adrift, and I feared for my lady. Now that she is no longer here, I find myself with the duty and responsibility to watch over her children, all her children. And so my heart weeps for Princess Katerina. I do not know what is a worse fate. To be once engaged to a playful, disloyal once prince, or to a one-eyed bastard who is her half-brother.
Half brother, you say?
How long has it been, Tyndale, since you've heard of Clarion? Though I suppose you would call him Kaiten. Was it 10 years ago, 12 years ago?
It has been quite some time, yes. But
You have not been.
No, I have not. It is my shame as a father that I have grown distant of my son over the years, and I do not keep track of variables that are of lesser import to the court. It is my duty to my king and my kingdom that I keep abreast of current events. But I suppose this is a matter of import now that you're bringing it again to my attention, and as you've let slip. Am I to understand that this pretender is indeed my son?
This Tezin? Yes. A week ago, the king has instructed Lord Nikos to do an investigation with regards to Tezin. And he has found that a week ago, August and this Tezin had quite an encounter. They seem quite familiar with each other. Lord Nikos, as most of the advisors are aware, that this August, though a prodigious scion of the late Lord Beaumont, had to prove himself worthy. Lord Nikos was able to put two and two together and discover the true heritage, perhaps, of our young conqueror. Unfortunately, he made the mistake of telling me, and I have taken care of it. For the sake of Katya, her children, and you. This is your mess, Lord Tyndale.
I will make sure of it, that this not come to pass. And I thank you for bringing this to my attention. Had I known beforehand that this Tezin was in fact my son,
Yes.
well, I'll do what is within my power and my right to rearrange this, and once more, and hopefully, finally, undo this mistake.
Well, I hope you're not considering killing your own son. There is enough tragedy in this family.
That is the farthest. Yes.
I suppose Your legacy, as you have said, it is not far off. If I am not mistaken, he is just right around the other wing having a conversation with Lord August.
Curious indeed that August would choose this course of action. I wonder what it is in it for him. I must turn my attention to these two before the matters of the evening. Again, my lady, you have my thanks. And if I may be so bold, I do grow weary of the past. Might I ask that we have a stroll in your gardens sometime soon?
Certainly. I shall leave to my affairs, as we both know that Lord Nikos will not be making an appearance anytime soon. I do my part as you shall yours. This Duval, House Duval, this is Vindian, isn't it? The name.
It is, and I fear that this may be related to matters 30 years ago that we had hoped we had put to rest, and it keeps on returning to our doorstep. Another matter, I suppose, that I have to see to immediately.
Certainly. I've always wondered how the king became the person who he is. Perhaps the answers will come to light this very night.
I could wonder that as well.
Good day to you.
To you, my lady.
We now then cut to the king's study. Nat, are you ready to play?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Okay. All right. I could see everyone's chat. You guys, you gave me a lot of content. I must deliver. Okay. So, now alone. King Kaisen looks at you, Jax, and says, Jax, come closer. Sit where Tyndale once sat.
Jax goes to the chair and Jax goes to the chair where the king has instructed and sits down.
You have served me well and faithfully. How is that shoulder of yours?
Thank you for your kind words, Your Highness. The shoulder is okay. It stings a little bit, but it is not that troublesome.
The delegation from Uva Javer will be bringing along a few gifts. One of them would be herbs, which have been instrumental in the Afnadan-Lavinian War. I've been told that the selection will be directed to the Royal Pharmacy. Search for Chief Physician Mikhail Pastel, and he shall concoct something for you.
I will, Your Grace. I would
You have
also
questions?
I would also
No, please.
I would like to ask Your Grace, like, I know that you have told me time and time again that I need to prove myself worthy for you so that you could tell me about my family. And you said that the last thing on this list is to take care of our guest who is here tonight. I'd like to ask,
You
How would you want me
You're
to take care of this guest?
you are a military man, as I am. And give me a savvy roll, Jax, as the king looks at you.
1d20.
Yes.
1d20.
1d20.
Character sheet. Hold on. Savvy. I failed.
Would you want to do a risky pivot?
Okay, I would. So, Grace. Grace yung ano, no?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Oh my god. Mm, under, diba?
Ooh.
I
Yes.
pass.
All right. So, you look at this king and you've seen this icy blue eyes all your life. You've grown up in the company of knights. You've heard whispers of how King Kaisen, after the heir's gambit, winning Vindi for the kingdom, has returned home with a baby and has entrusted to the knights its care. You look at this man who has shaped your life as you know of it, and you see, well, you remember in that tense conversation earlier, Duval, the Vindian house. Could there be a connection, perhaps? And as you try to piece together and wrap your head around what he wants to say, it then occurs to you that many have focused on the aftermath. Heir's gambit cemented King Kaisen as a ruler not to be trifled with. His legitimacy to the claim, Vindi under Lavin, but not so many remember the cause, that untimely death of Ambassador Augustus, his older brother.
Wait, na speechless ako. Sorry. Um, okay, wait. So, GM, sorry. Napipiece together ni Jax yung information na to. Tama ba?
Yes, so basically, Jax thinks about the house Duval and then Vindi na place, and then remembers that the heir's gambit, the war that made Vindi part of Lavin, was all started because Ambassador Augustus was found dead.
Okay. So, and this is coming from the conversation of Jax asking the king how he wants to take care of this guest.
This is coming from you looking at the king's face and remembering this point in history, your studies.
Okay. Your Highness.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
No. Okay. What do you want to say? No, please. Go ahead, Nat.
Your Grace. I would like to know if you have plans, if you would like to keep our guest alive for more time, or would you like to end this tonight?
This is what I appreciate about you, Jax. You are indeed a sharp sword. My sword. Yes, I would very much would like you to end this. This is certainly not your style. You would rather go into the battlefield and win wars in my name. But this is a new dawn, and it requires certain adjustments.
Okay. Then I think I would like to confirm that you wouldn't want other sets of eyes on this kill.
No. What you have done for me back in Afnada, you shall do now. Is that understood?
Crystal clear, Your Grace.
I do not care for the manner or method. I just like to see it done.
Yes, Your Grace.
And then I shall let you know about your family.
I will hold you onto your word.
I've been told that rumors say he has only one eye. Some say he has taken it from the joust. Others say that he has won the loyalty of the nomadic tribes in Baldaz by showing his worth. I already have an eye in my collection as a proof of your duty. Take the last one for me. Or rather, that one for me.
I will, Your Grace. And I would like to ask, is there anything else that I should know about this guest, or that could be related to our guest for tonight?
Well, I have asked Lord Nikos to do an inquiry, but he has not returned. Perhaps Lady Durst would have some idea. But I must admit, Jax, I am surrounded by vipers. No, I am tired of this subterfuge. I would like to rest. Is this perhaps why? And you see him hold himself, and then he shakes his head. I have one more request, Jax.
Is it, Your Grace?
The sword I have given you to honor your service. Wield it tonight, and you will honor me greatly.
I will, Your Grace. And then he gives a bow.
All right. As Jax leaves the king's study, we go back to August with the man, the myth, the legend himself, Dazin, who is now unmasked, and his eye, I was mistaken, dark color, looks at you and says, "Well, can't say
like
I. Yeah,
Go.
well, what can you tell me about my father?"
Well, your father still doesn't know about you, of course. What specifically do you want to know?
Well, you were a bit elusive. Though I confess I have to understand, as a leader myself, why you had to be quite reticent with your birds all those years ago. You and I both know why I am here. I care not about these things, and he makes a wild gesture. I have my people, and I have your people. Yes, advisor, I have heard whispers. Half Nadan. Mother's side, correct?
Your people are good. It's so hard to live in this city.
Well, I have taken care of your people. There are significant Afnadanian refugees. They are welcome in my area. I hesitate to use the word kingdom, but that's what some of you people have been calling it.
Tezen, I know in your heart that you have a deep want to meet your father. Your father is still the same ruthless man that asked me to take care of you all those years ago. I'll give you safe passage. I'll find a way for you to meet him, but I don't know. I'm just curious as to what do you expect to happen when the two of you meet?
August, this is me asking you.
Okay.
5 years ago, when you were at the Blessed Mountains, and King Kaisen asked you to take care of a weed and crush it in a way to prove your loyalty, and a young, then not Tenzin, then Kaiden, asked you who sent you. Which name did you give? The king or his own father's name?
Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, shit. Oh, no, shit. This is wait. I love this, though.
Yep, magpa-part 2 talaga ito, guys. I'm checking the time.
It's either Kaizen or his own father.
Yes, or perhaps you had a third option. Did you answer the boy?
If it's... I feel like it would be the third option and not answer.
Okay. Alright. In that case, Tezin would then say, I am here to find answers. It sounds like you are painting my father as a calculating man. I must admit I do not know about him other than the odd letters and books. That horse you saw earlier, Rapid, did you know it was a gift from him? It is one of the very few things I have left. I suppose I am here because I do not know when I'll be back. I intend to discuss with King Kaisan regarding his interesting proposal, but I shall decline.
That's understandable. Well, I did give my word. So you have my word.
And what of my mother? All I know is that my father is the advisor to the king. But my mother, I have vague memories of her.
Look, I don't remember your mother being part of the deal. I smiled.
Deal. It is true. I owe you my eye for my life. And in it, by the trade, I have made a name for myself as a ruler in my own right. And it is true, I am indebted to you. You say you wanted this widow's slumber, this herb. I have looked into it as well. Rance, are you still there?
Yes, sorry. I missed that. Can you repeat? Sorry.
Tezin is telling you that he has looked into something you asked him to do, which is the widow's slumber. He then continues, it is a rare drug, and you have worked my birds hard, but we have heard whispers. Perhaps the Uvajavans who are present here
Mm.
might hold the key.
I do have a bird among them. I'll ask around. But thank you for looking into it. I feel like that this widow's rest would find itself useful for the following days.
What time shall I meet my father? And where?
Let's not do it immediately. I feel that you want to get this over with as fast as you can, but I'll check. I'll return to you and tell you when's the best time. But right now, you sit settled, enjoy the so-called luxuries of Levine. And until then,
I will take your word for it, Lord August. You may wish, if you wish, you may leave me and call for my second in command. I believe
Certainly.
he is quite anxious trying to eavesdrop on our conversation. And he takes off his spectacle, dons his mask again and his veil. And as you leave, you remember all those years ago, you were just a boy yourself. And when the truth of his eyes, one the shade of Tyndale's, the other light violet, unmistakable like the queen, stared back at you, you then knew the truth. But what other truths will come into light? I leave it to you. And so I ask this for all my players for the rest of the day before this ball will begin. What do you want to do? Let's begin with Lysander and Frisha, our duo jesters.
Yes, well, Lysander perhaps and Frisha would be, if Frisha would allow it. We go back into the tavern and we start buying beers, and then we start writing our songs and performing it for the tavern crowd and just practicing, basically.
All
Yeah.
right.
Okay with
Okay.
that.
Okay. Uh, you have been informed by Madame Amo that there has been a slight adjustment of arrangements. You were supposed to leave past noon, but due to the arrival of an unexpected important guest, you will be entering the western gate much in the mid afternoon. For Ian Audin, what would you like to do?
This is for the before the ball, right?
Yes.
Okay. Ian would love to meet up with August, actually.
Alright.
She will probably ask for updates and yeah, just in general conversation.
Ian, you find. Actually, tell me, August, where does Ian find you? This is a big palace.
I would say somewhere high up. I think that's looking over Levine.
Alright. So you are in a balcony, one of an observatory, perhaps. And Ian, you know, Princess Katarina has given you the rest of the afternoon to enjoy, while she tends to her duties. In spite of this momentous occasion, there are things princesses have to do. You are now alone together.
Ian would. Her back is still straight up, and she's right beside August, but she's discreetly looking around her sides and goes, Sir August, are we alone?
Lady Mayan. I look around also. I think we're safe.
You are
around
both
here.
alone.
Augie?
Franny.
Hell yeah.
Look at the
It's been a
city.
long day.
Oh, it's only. I'm already tired.
Goddamn. These goddamn posh people. Well, what's the update with you?
I grow so tired of this motherfucking city.
Uh-huh.
Update.
Well, can't be about me. I had to walk all day long. My feet are tired, and I have to keep up this feminine voice. I can't.
Yeah. What the- I don't think I'm ever gonna used to looking like that.
I know.
Where's the voyage, Franny? I'm missing. I've been missing.
Yeah. Well, how's it been?
I've been meeting with my contact, the one I told you about,
Yeah.
and I think we can get it. Widow's Rest.
The same. Yeah. Well, how?
Yeah, my contact says that it's from the. It can primarily be found in somewhere called Uvahaver, but I do know I have a contact right there. My little birdie told me.
Huh. If you know anyone from Haver?
Uvahaver, I think.
Haver?
I think it's a silent J, but
No.
But yeah, I know someone. Right, May? I'm right. I know
You
someone,
do.
right?
You do.
Yes.
Of course.
And I think we can secure.
Well, goddamn, we should meet up with them right now.
I think they're arriving. But, Franny, have you heard about the protest
Where? No. Oh,
of our
well,
of our folk?
sorry.
There. There we go.
Okay, sorry, I'm back.
No. They've been
Yeah, but
screaming
what
through
about-
sunken cheeks. They've been screaming, protesting through sunken cheeks. My little birdies told me that I can count the ribs there. We
Well,
can't
okay.
hold back.
It ends tonight.
It ends tonight. I can't stand it anymore, friend. I want to go back home.
Don't worry, Augie. We just remember why we're here. Yeah?
Well, I guess we have to return back and keeping up our appearances. My throat
Well,
hurts.
thank you, Sir August. That was a pleasure of meeting with you. I shall go back to my post. Thank you so
Keep
much.
safe. Always keep
You
safe.
too.
You guys, I swear. Right. I love it. Okay. As you both descend in separate times to keep appearances, I believe that is just Tyndale. Tyndale, what would you like to do? Before the ball begins.
Before the ball begins, yes, I would like to check with Jax.
Okay. Nat, are you here? He's not here. I don't
Okay.
think so. Okay.
So, all right.
Yeah.
In that case,
Alright.
I'll check in with.
There is
August.
Darius.
Oh
If
yeah,
you want something related, yeah. If you want her second in command, her lieutenant Darius has been arranging stuff in their stead.
no. Tyndale would probably be curious as to what was discussed behind closed doors. He would try to get a feel for that with Jax. But if Jax is not available, I do have a meeting, I believe, with a certain member of a foreign court that I have to see.
You do, but that is during the ball.
Okay. Okay. Darius and then August. I would
Okay.
meet Darius first.
You find Darius in the eastern gate, where it's lesser known. It's where government officials usually come and go, courtiers. Less conspicuous. It's well secured. He sees you and says, Lord Gindale. He bows. How can I be of service?
Darius, I see that you're taking over Jax's. I was hoping to catch him and see if I could have a few exchanges regarding. I suppose you would have the itinerary, any comings and goings that I should take note of.
Certainly. As I have here in the manifest, the Uva Javer delegation has arrived, as has the delegation from Baldaz with Tazin. Those who have opted to stay at the minor to accept our hospitality has as well, while others have opted to stay in residences here in the capital. The troop, the monkey tail troop, has also arrived. I believe that they are being shown the layout of the ballroom where the soiree will be taking place.
I see. So the delegation from Ubajava has been seen to then? They have been shown the accommodations?
Certainly, they are on the western wing. And you know, Tyndall Western Wing is much closer to the king's residence.
Interesting. Would you be able to spare a moment? I would like to visit the delegation.
Well,
From-
certainly,
sorry.
certainly. Shall I assist
Yes.
you?
Yes, please. If you would accompany
All
me
right.
and two of your guards, if you could spare 2 more men.
Okay. You both walk, and quite similar to the accommodations here has the view of the garden, and then there is a pond where ducks like to gather at this hour. It's already afternoon. The sun is beginning to set as Darius leads you towards this place. You see that the guard stands on what over the door, well, in front of the door, and says, "Lord Tyndale, to what do I owe the visit?"
I would like to request an audience from the Conqueror himself. I believe it is high time that we meet.
Wait. I thought you're going to go Uva Javer, right? Or
Wait.
because Uva Javer, Uva
No, I
Javer is Rowena Valer.
Yes. Wait. Rowena is the mother. The
Yes. So the mother is the mother of the current lord. So Lord Valer is the actual. Think of it like a duke. So she's the mother of the duke,
Okay.
and then with her is the duke's betrothed. But she's pretty much the face. So if you're for Uvajaver, Tezin is on the eastern wing
Eastern
in
Wing, right?
Baldaz. Yes.
Sorry, I got excited there for a second. Um,
No worries.
yeah. So, well, I'm already here. So diplomacy first. Let's take care of the Ujavar delegation. So the business with Rowena,
Okay.
that I would like to know where Uvajavar currently stands in regards to their
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to get a sense of their am I right that we are already kind of in a tense situation?
Oh, well, Uva Javer and Lavine are, relatively good. The breaking off of the engagement by Prince Canton was soured a bit diplomatic relations. So it's more of Uva Javer is on a lesser position than Lavine. So you are more on they're trying to win back their grace. And so make amends with the new leaders in place.
Okay. So yeah, I'll address the guard again. I would like to meet with your lady, if I may.
Certainly. And you see him disappear for a moment. to the door, and then he goes up and says, "She is expecting you, my lord, in the foyer."
I proceed into the foyer and I take a look around. What do the accommodations look like? Are they fitting? Are they?
They are certainly fitting, grand. Um, the colors here are earth toned, much more. Well, they tried to fit it to Uvajaveran taste. Uvajaver is a kingdom to the west, a bit more mountainous, surrounded by forests, and there are a lot of endemic plants and animals, which makes them great source of medicinal herbs. And some think that it's also a center of culture. So you see, like, furniture with botany and floral themes in the accommodations.
Right. I'd walk up to the lady, my lady Rowena. I suppose I would hope that you find the accommodation suited to your taste. I see that they have tried to at least match the decor. Might I? No, please go ahead.
Rowena's back is turned at this moment. She's staring at the fire. But as she hears her voice, she looks at you. And Tyndale, please either give me a grace or an instinct roll. And do this with advantage. So roll 2d20.
Okay.
What are you rolling?
Either grace or instinct with advantage.
Yep.
I'll go with instinct this time.
Okay. All right.
That would be a 2. So
Ooh, so close to a 1.
yeah.
All right. You look at her, and with a jaw, you've seen this face before, a younger face, but not a woman, a man, roughly 35 years ago. There is an echo of laughter, and you stare at her. She looks at you and says, "Well, Lord Iron, we meet again. Please take a seat. I do not know if you recall me. Our meeting has been quite brief. I suppose you are more acquainted with my brother, my late brother."
Yes, the familiarity does strike true to a memory of mine, brother. I suppose it has been quite some time, my lady. But I'm glad that you do remember that we have met. May I inquire as to how you are faring at these times?
Well, my son is currently ill, and I have to be in his stead. I have not been the lady of the house for quite some time since my husband's passing. Though I believe it will not be long before a lady of the house will arrive. I am with the betrothed. But in any case, I am well. You wish to see me?
Yes, I would hope that our past dealings regarding the betrothed has not been of any detriment to the kingdom's association with Javert, and I would like to take this opportunity to treat with you regarding recent matters. We, as you may have known, are looking for a suitor to wed the Princess Katerina, and I would like to know if there are any other names that you would like to put forward. I know that
Oh,
it may come as a surprise, but I do see that Uwe Javert is still quite a viable ally to the Kingdom of Levine, and we would like our ties to be stronger during these trying times.
that is very much appreciated, Lord Tyndale. I have heard many tales about your wisdom and your acumen. As it stands, Uwe Javer does indeed have a viable heir. There is, from the house of Haver itself, the young heir Jean-Baptiste, who I believe is yet to make his debut. But he is 21, and he shall be a suitable match for Princess Katerina.
These are soothing words to these aging ears, my lady. I cannot thank you enough for giving me this knowledge, and I assure you I would put in a good word to this heir, to our king. Would it be too bold of me to ask where there may be? Would it be possible for me to arrange a meeting? I would like to get a measure of this heir of Uwe Javert, and should it be a good impression, perhaps I should start arrangements for a meeting between the two.
As it stands, I have been informed that the young heir has wisely decided to do an excursion of the lands. He wishes to be a man of the people, as the previous heir was not. And he is currently traveling. I suppose you might have find some ways for him to intercept him or to let him know regarding this arrangement. But it won't be long before he shall return to the nest.
I do understand that the customs of Javert necessitate a certain level of mystique, that you hide the identities of your heirs behind masks. Would there be any distinguishing characteristics, perhaps, any feature that I, only to confirm, of course, that as I've set up the meeting, that I am indeed speaking with the heir of Javert?
He has a funny walk.
A funny walk? I see. Well, my lady, these are indeed great news. May I ask you, though, a bit of your time, and so we take a walk in the gardens? I would
Certainly.
like to take a little bit of a walk down memory lane.
Well, I suppose now is a opportune moment. It has been quite some time.
So probably take an hour to walk around and just talk about uh today's gone, but back in my day, kind of stuff. And
Do you wish to gather specific information from this conversation you have with Rowena Valer?
um the current standing of the members of Javert, basically, are there any pressing economic concerns, or if there's any intrigue that may be of interest to the court?
I believe you could roll either grace or strategy with advantage. As an advisor, you are aware of their history.
Okay. I am really abusing the. Okay, so this will be a 2d20. I would like to use strategy.
Okay.
Both are success, yes.
All right. So you learn that. What are you trying to get again? Okay, information that they should know. So you would know that Uva Javer has been instrumental in winning the war between Levine and Afnada. And that was actually part of the scandal, was that the previous house has redirected aid towards support for a war they had nothing to do with. And it was, well, it seemed like Rowena implied that the former prince, might have a role to do in all of these things. And as you end your conversation, she excuses herself as she has to prepare for the evening. She then says, I suppose I have a strange question, Lord. Lord Tyndale, if you can indulge me.
Please, my lady, ask away.
Yes, certainly. Your captain of the guard. I've heard that he is the king's ward.
This is correct, yes.
I see. Well, I was already in Uva Javer when Heir's Gambit happened. But I've heard tales of the king coming back with a babe in the aftermath of the war. You seem to be quite the right age. Perhaps this is a bit of a folly for me. Bit of a remnant of a home that no longer is there. Do you know if this captain has a... This is too personal. Does he have a birthmark on his nape?
Above the table, Jim, I have seen Jack since he was a boy. So...
You did?
Yes, and I was there.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you weren't there with Kaisen when he got the baby, but you certainly were there when Kaisen arrived with the babe.
And over the years, have we discussed ever the parentage of this, of Jack's? with the king.
Mm.
Would
King
this be-
Kaisen has been
Yes, please.
quite tight-lipped. He has been quite tight-lipped about these things, especially after, when you became closer with Queen Katia. But you do remember that, yes, indeed, Jax does have a distinct birthmark on his nape.
Tell me if this requires a roll. Is there information I can connect here? Now that Rowena is
There
asked.
is. There is. You can roll. Ooh, I'll give you actually 4 options.
Okay.
You can either roll grace, savvy, strategy, or instinct. You can roll mind or spirit.
Okay. I think this is more. He'd lead into his strength. Say this would be a grace roll.
Okay.
Ooh. The dice are not with Tyndale. Both have failed.
Would you
So-
like to do a risky pivot?
We pivot. Pivot. There we go. 1d20. So this would have to be on.
No, it's still 2d20. It's still 2d20 because it's still you're using grace, right? So it's still history. But you're using savvy now.
Yes, you're
But I'll still allow you to use his. No. Yes, 2d20. I'll still allow you to use history.
Okay. So that meets it.
All right. As you try to piece and figure out this odd question, it hits you where you met his brother. It was in a tournament. Ambassador Augustus, unbeknownst to many, wasn't always the ambassador. He was said to be the crown prince. Tyson has made the arduous task to ensure that the records in history keep it to a minimum. You remember that Augustus, golden child, light-eyed, breath of fresh air in this teeming court. Despite his look and the many suitors, he seemed to not have an eye for them. He was gracious, of course. Yet, you've noticed that his gaze always lingers to the Vindian merchant, the head of the guild, Roman. And it hits you that his family name was Duval, Roman Duval. And it occurs to you that that this woman might be related perhaps with Kaisen in a way that is not expected.
Mhm. Okay. So from that, Tyndale would know that Jax, the information with Jax, and that this woman is now possibly, given how Kaizen reacted in the past, is possibly now in danger.
Who is in danger?
The lady in front of me, Rowena. Given how
Certainly.
Kaizen was cousin
You
sister.
sense it's not about her specifically, but the family name, the
Yes.
Duval.
Yes. Okay. Um, he would take a beat, noticeably showing a bit of concern for the lady. For the lady's question. It escapes me out of the moment. I've been around the boy, but I cannot say if I've ever noticed a birthmark that you have mentioned. I would inquire. Darius is. He turns around and asks for Darius.
And Darius goes up and says, "Yes, how I may be of service."
Would it be possible for us to set up a meeting at a later time? I believe this lady, Rowena, would be is curious about our captain, Jax, and I believe it may be a matter of consequence that they meet.
Oh, certainly.
Should you meet your captain at a later time, please?
I shall inform the captain.
Yes. My lady, I thank you very much for your time. This meeting.
Yes, I must retire.
Yes, indeed.
Indeed. We shall prepare for the night. But you know, as they say, there is a myth in, when these lands were not separate countries but one, about a bird that rises from the ashes. I'd like to think out from the ashes, the truth will emerge.
I hope so as well. And should such truths unfold, I would only hope that it is not the ashes of our realms that it arises from.
All right. And as you go your separate way, move to the ball.
Oof.
It is now past 7, and music is been swinging. At this moment, Freysha and Lysander, you have been given cues on when to make an appearance, an entrance of sorts. What is going through your mind right now?
Lysander is excited. I think he's trying to remember everything he's learned from Bard College. And, he's also noting how tender Freysha looks with it in the jester's outfit. He's perhaps never seen him in full gear before.
Mm-hmm. All right. Freysha, what are you wearing? Oh, before else, Lysander, what are you wearing? Or? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So you are wearing. It's a bit of. The words escape me, but you know those like balls, like the puffed balls, like Prince Charming in Enchanted, that attire. Freysha, how are you dressing tonight?
What am I dressing? Well, I have those jingle bells on my hat. With a one piece full body suit, checkered pattern maybe. Very sore on the eyes. Very fitting.
Okay.
Yeah, and I am of course leaning against a random pillar with my arms crossed. Seemingly calm, studying the ballroom, internally saying fuck, 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 fuck.
Okay. As you scan the area with your eyes, cursing to yourself in quiet, Trisha and Lysander, could you please roll me Savvy? This will be the last roll of tonight.
All right. 13. My savvy is actually 8. So yeah, very good.
Would you like to do a risky pivot for that?
Oh, I rolled under.
You have to roll under your stat.
Yeah, 13 against 8. So it's a success.
No. What is your stat for Savvy?
It's 8.
What did you roll?
13.
You fail. It's a roll under. Meet or under.
Oh right. Okay. Okay.
Sorry.
Of course. Of
Yeah,
course.
I will also risky pivot if
Risky
ever.
pivot. Let's go. All right.
Go ahead. Do a risky pivot, my friends.
15.
Of course, I failed.
Grace is 12. So
You fail. Oh no.
success. 15 versus 12.
Is your 12 your stat or the roll?
12 is the stat.
Okay, if you rolled a 15, you failed with consequence.
We both failed.
Yay.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. Alright. As you try to observe and be a little bit conspicuous, Freysha, you did not realize you're beginning to cuss aloud, throwing stares at the crowd, at you. Lysander, you are making googly eyes at Freysha, as in your nervousness and perhaps distraction, you fail to both realize that there is someone fast approaching behind you.
Okay.
August, sorry, not August. Lysander here. Sindir, what are you playing at? You both turn. And Freysha, you have only but a moment to blink back in shock. And you both stare at a woman, stately, tall, calm, and says, "Dear cousin, I didn't know you know my ex-husband. Imogen de Jenner. Sure to meet you again." And that's where we'll leave off for tonight. No, Lysander.
Is it my
Not
ex
your-
or your precious ex? Okay.
That would be my ex.
Oh
Precious
no. Spicy.
Damn.
Let's go. I think
Wait,
I have.
You're my ex's cousin?
Oh shit.
Mhm.
I think I have an hour of roleplay left in me. Joke lang. Let's go.
Anyone out to extend?
Cause
All right.
ex?
Sadly, I can't extend. I have to commute early in the
Oh,
morning.
for sure. Oh my god.